Mary Kay is the opportunity of the land in the land of opportunity. I want to thank God for leading me to this amazing opportunity. Mary Kay, the woman who followed her dream. Richard and Ryan Rogers and your entire family and all the company staff for allowing this girl standing before you, an immigrant from Ireland with only $20 in her pocket, to go after her I Can dream. I want to thank my unstoppable Ortega area, my unit and adorables for loving me and supporting my dream. For almost 30 years, you are the wind beneath my wings. You are our forever extended family. We like to say familia. And our first line offspring sales director, Laura Muirhead, thank you for being that dynasty as we shut down before I became an emeritus. I want to thank my senior NSD Athena Brock and all of the Brock area family and NSDE Ruth Easley and your national area family. All of my Mary Kay sisters in the room, NSD sisters, and especially my NSD prayer sisters, Kendra, Kirk, Kate, Joanne, and Pam. We pray for you all every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. My Field of Power sisters, Angie O, Joanne, Pam, and number one in the world, elite executive NSD, Gloria Mayfield Banks, taught me how to be $1 million sales director, and all of you that did, you know you are my sisters for life. You raised me to million. And all of the sales directors who taught me how to achieve my I Can dream and how to be the woman I am today. Happy birthday, Senior NSD National Sales Director Valerie Bagnall, also an immigrant who took me under her wing, and her husband, Franz. I would not be the woman I am today without all of you, and I mean all of you in this room. You know who you are. They only give me 8 minutes. I can't name all of you, but you know who you are. Most of you are probably wondering why. Why now? Why am I retiring 9 years early? In May of last year, I was struck with what my doctors call the perfect storm. I have inherited a series of health issues that came one after the other that needed constant monitoring. The doctors suggested that I retire early, and thanks to the amazing family security program, I can. Yes. After telling President Nathan Moore the news, his letter brought me to tears. He has Mary Kay's heart. You are in great hands. I came to the United States in 1979 in search of the I Can dream for my mom, who was a victim of domestic violence. My father died at the age of 42, leaving my mom penniless. I kept praying every day, how could I help my mom? God gave me a dream of coming to the United States to change her life. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I just trusted that it would happen. Catherine, my best friend in Ireland since I was 5 years old, dreamed with me in Ireland. We were in the Arcadia owned by her father, where the Beatles played, U2, big name bands. We saw them dream about coming to America, and we wanted the I Can dream. Here she is, Catherine Prendergast Jaffe, my Ireland friend, who owns and operates her own very successful business in Boston. I love you, Catherine. Yes, God will give you the dream when you show up. Charlotte, when I graduated from high school, I got a call from a couple in the United States of America who wanted me to be their live-in nanny. The door of opportunity opened up. I left Ireland at 18 and everything and everybody I knew. And I crossed the ocean with faith and $20 in my pocket. I put my trust in God. And Here I am today, standing in front of you, and Charlotte is here today. I love you, Charlotte. And today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Charlotte. 8,000 of your best friends wish you happy birthday. Vince Sr., I dreamt of him in Ireland too. Oh, I would watch the show Chips in Ireland, and I fell in love with Eric Estrada. When I arrived in the United States, the neighbor that we lived next door to said, well, she was married to a police officer, and she said, would you like to meet an American cop? Well, I grew up loving Eric Estrada, and she said he was blonde-haired and blue-eyed, and I said, oh no, that was not in my dream. And she said, well, show up anyway. And I said, okay. Well, when you show up, God can move mountains. Well, that guy got called out on a call, and along comes another squad car, just like I saw in the movie. And that window went down in that squad car, and I looked inside that squad car, and I looked at Jackie, the neighbor, and I said, Jackie, that's Ponch. And she goes, I don't know what you're talking about, that's Vince Ortega. And I said, I don't care, I'm gonna marry that man. And he asked me to marry him a year later, and the rest is history. You are my American dream, honey. Born in Mobile, Alabama, Roll Tide. Liz and Mary, Vince's sisters. God gave me sisters in Ireland, but you are my sisters here in America. You fill the void I had in my heart when I left Ireland. They both believed in my dreams so much. They were my first faces, and those faces turned into 400 plus faces my first year in Mary Kay, and they took me to National Sales Director. Thank you, because without you, I would not be standing here today. I love you both so very much. Anita, God gave me a tenacious mom in Ireland, and I'm so blessed with a mother-in-law, Anita, my tenacious mom in America. She taught me, just like my mom, courage. She kicked cancer to the curb 4 times. She was battling cancer and undergoing treatment. She was carrying Mary, and she was told to abort her, and she refused because she had faith and she believed that God would see her through and her baby unharmed, and God provided her a miracle. Obviously, look at Mary standing on this stage, and God created a miracle for her because she believed in her faith. I love you, Anita, so much. John, my father-in-law, Vince's dad, a captain on the fire department who is in heaven, was the father I always wanted. There isn't a day that we don't miss him. I love you, John. Mom, to this day, I don't know how my mom raised all 6 of us handicapped after birthing her first child, a widow left with no money. She was so courageous. She took life 1 hour and 1 day at a time. She had a great faith, like Anita, that God would provide. I loved being able to travel her back and forth as she saw firsthand the American dream. She told us it was the happiest she'd ever been because of Mary Kay Cosmetics. This transatlantic commute lasted 16 years. Mom went to heaven on my 54th birthday a year and a half ago. She was 84. And I believe it was Mom's way of saying goodbye. And I love you for allowing me the American dream. There isn't a day of any day that I don't miss my mom. I have no regrets, though. I love you more, Mama. Vince Jr., your why has to make you cry. He was my why. I was looking for freedom to work from home to raise him. God shows up in the most extraordinary places. The Mary Kay opportunity was shared with me in a restroom at a Christmas party by a consultant who warm chattered me. That's where my American dream started. I came running out of there and told Vince I found the perfect job in the restroom. He was not impressed. I gave up 6 months of weekends for a lifetime of weekends for my I Can Dream with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Now Vince Jr. is carrying on the entrepreneur dream himself and living out his American dream for his family. He now runs and operates his own very successful businesses, so his beautiful honey Heather gets to stay home and raise her 4 beautiful grandchildren, Brayden, Aria, Skylar, and Kalani, born just 3.5 weeks ago, who are all admitted to Children's Mercy Hospital yesterday, and that's why they're not on the stage today with the flu and 104-degree temperature. So if you would raise them in prayer, we would so appreciate you. They had their cute little outfits and they were ready to walk the stage and practiced, and if you would pray for them for us, you guys. I love you all so very much, little ones. They were so excited to be here. Vince Sr., the word means stabilizer. Come on by me as we close here, Vince. You are the man that God set aside for me from the moment I was born. I'm so blessed to be married to you for 36 years. I want you all to know this man of mine. He retired second in command of our city of Kansas City, the first Latino to ever reach the pinnacle of success in the 144 years of the police force, a stabilizer of our city. But most of all, the stabilizer of my heart. So before I close, he has a few words he wants to say to all of you.
Thank you, beautiful. Good afternoon, Mary Kay leaders. You are our second family for sure. I'm Punch. Jill and I came from very different backgrounds. She's from Ireland. My family's origin is from Mexico. But we share the love of God, a devotion of amazing family, a dedication to our careers. I've watched Jill work hard with intention and passion as she consistently and diligently invests in the lives of others. She worked with intention and consistency, and I respect that of her. Jill has always kept her priorities straight, and I love that about her. Jill has always invested energy in others, and I admire that about her. As Jill transitioned into the next chapters of her life, as an emeritus, her legacy will live on as she continues to invest in others. But for now, she's going to invest in our family. She's going to rest and heal. Her investment will focus on her family as a wife, a mother, a grandmother to our precious grandbabies. I anticipate that for her. Mi amor,